I think the Cabinet member has been a bit disingenuous here, if I'm honest. Having been challenged a very long time ago now, we could have made the amendments to the local plan for much less cost than having to redo it again. So suggesting that we were always going to have to do it again next year is, let's just say it's not quite true. But no,
I'm sorry, I can't accept that.
Well,
that is absolutely not so. Well, if we had produced a local plan 2 years ago, we would be producing a new one.
If we did the local plan and if we made the amendments as recommended, the cost would not certainly be anywhere near the cost of having to produce a new one. So suggesting that we're going to have to do it again in March is just wrong. In my view, it's just wrong, and it's a very, I mean,
Cllr Ade Adeyemo, I suggest you check your facts. If we had gone out and given way and produced another 1,700 out of Greenbelt, which no doubt, members would have objected to, and produced a plan, we would still be redoing it because the numbers required by the government are several times. Every 5 years, there's a plan review. Every 5 years. And, this is not unique. There would be a plan review, whatever we did.
Every 5 years after the plan has been agreed and published. What I'm talking about here is actually getting the plan over the line in the first place, which we knew it was not going to get over the line. And unfortunately, we've been in denial for a very long time. We knew this was never going to get over the line. So, Cllr Ade Adeyemo,
you would have willingly sacrificed 1,700 additional units in the Greenbelt. You would have done that in a context where the government is giving relief for Greenbelt. You would have done that, would you? If we had done that, I know what you would say.
Now, Leader, I never use those words, and I never even mention the Greenbelt. Those are your scare-em tactics, quite frankly. All I have said is that we need to look at this again, and we needed to have looked at it again beforehand, rather than sticking our heads in the sand and saying, no, no, no. I sat in here when your guys were talking about lying down in front of tractors like Boris Johnson, which, when the time came to do so for Heathrow, he rolled over anyway. Now, what I'm saying here is that we could have avoided this extra cost and inconvenience.
Well, we don't agree with you. And actually, this is a budget item. It's not a local plan item. And we will have much to say about the local plan and, the opposition statements on that at the appropriate time. Trust me.